Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. I'm often asked in private about marriage in Islam. People talk about racism, and people talk about culture and nationalism. And they ask me, what about Islam? How do you guys see that? Can you marry outside of your race? Well, I can give you a cultural answer. I can give you a nationalistic answer. But I don't do that. My dedication is to Islam, not to a culture, not to a race, not to some tradition. I'll give you what the Quran says. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. It says, وَمِنْ آيَاتِ أَنَّ خَلَقَ لَكُمْ مِنْ أَنفُسِكُمْ أَزْوَاجَكُمْ لِتَسْكُنُوا إِلَّهَا وَجَعَلَ بَيْنَكُمْ مَوَدَّةً وَرَحْمَةً إِنَّ فِي ذَلِكَ آيَاتٍ لِقَوْمٍ يَتَفَكَّرُونَ. So it says, among his signs, he has created from you makes from among yourselves, that you may dwell together with them in tranquility. He says, وَجَعَلَّ بَيْنَكُمْ مَوَدَّةً وَرَحْمَةً. He says, and he has put love and mercy between you. Now that's talking about the husband and wife. It doesn't mention color. It doesn't mention race. It doesn't mention culture. It doesn't mention nationality. But most people don't read the verse before and the verse after. And it's going to give us our answer. وَمِنْ آيَاتِهِ أَنَّ أَخَلَقَكُمْ مِنْ تَرَابٍ ثُمَّ إِذَا أَنْتُمْ بَشَرٌ تَشْعُرُونَ. He said, and among his signs, he has created you from dust, and then he scattered you far and wide. Now, here's the key, in my humble opinion. In the ayat below marriage, in the ayat below, he created difference in human beings. He says, وَمَنْ آيَاتِ أَخَلْقٌ سَمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ وَاخْتَلِفُوا أَلْسِنَتَكُمْ وَأَلْوَانِكُمْ إِنَّ فِي ذَلِكَ آيَاتٍ لِلْعَالَمِينَ. He says, and among his signs in his creation of the heavens and the earth, he has created a variation of languages and colors. Verily, this is a sign for those who know. So he says, he talks about the man and the woman. He talks about the soul mate, or those people who have mercy and love, mawaddatan wa rahmatan, mercy and love for each other. This is how you can tell you have a soul mate, because they love you. They have mercy through your mistakes. They have love for you unconditionally, because they know you are an imperfect human being, and they themselves are imperfect. But then let's get into this nationalistic, racist tendency to only want to marry within your mate, within your race, your nationality, your culture. Not saying that those things are not good, but you shouldn't limit yourself to those things. If the person is not loving, if the person is not merciful, if the person is not they don't absolutely have your best interest in heart. And among his sign, he has created you min turabin, from dust, and has various colors and scattered you wide. And his creation in the heavens and the earth has variations, and your language has variations. And he says, this is a sign for those who know. I don't get into many religious discussions because sometimes I think they're futile. I get into discussions based on what's good for human beings. Don't limit yourself to a certain race, to a certain culture, to a certain nationality because your forefathers said that's what you need to do. This life is short. I encourage you to follow your God. Follow your religion. You deserve to be happy, and the only way you can be happy is following God, not some nationalistic, racist tendencies. And you're stuck with a person that looks like you, who treats you very poorly, who doesn't act in accord with what you want for your life as a husband or a wife. God says, وَجَعَلَّ بَيْنَكُمْ مَوَادَةً وَرَحْمَةً. And between them, they have mercy and love. إِنَّ فِي ذَلِكَ آيَاتٍ لِقَوْمٍ يَتَفَكَّرُونَ. This is a sign for those who reflect. Peace and blessings to you. I don't do this often, but when I feel it's a need to, I do it because a lot of people are missing their blessings because they're looking at the exterior. They're looking at the color. They're looking at the nationality. They're looking at the culture as opposed to looking for love. May the peace and blessings of God be upon you. I hope that don't go over your head. Peace.